What's going on YouTube? Joe Miner 31 back again. Another main slate breakdown for October 6, 2018. We're going to do the main slate. It's 11 games. With me, Jared, JS Miner 87 on Twitter. You can find me, Joe Miner 3131 on Twitter. Like I said, welcome to our channel, the DFS Quarry. Big slate to break down here tonight, Jared. 11 games. What do you think? A lot of picks, I think.
Happy Friday, Joe. Hope you're having a good week. First weekend of hockey, and I think this year is going to be an explosive Saturday for the NHL to start off on. Looking real excited for it.
Good deal. Well, 11 games. Let's jump right into it, man. All right. First game up, we got the Rangers, New York Rangers going into Buffalo. Buffalo's a -125 home favorite. They got a 6 over/under. We got Lundqvist against Hutton. What do you think here? You like any one of them goalies?
I'm gonna steer away from the goalie selection here. I think you're gonna get some scoring though in this one. I know Rangers looked pretty good there against Nashville, game 1 the other day, but I think we're gonna get some goals in this one. This could be a fun game to watch. I mean, it's at a time slot along with a lot of other games that are going on, so it probably is not going to be my first one to watch. But I look for this to be a 4-3, maybe 5-4 game.
But don't worry, there's always a way out.
Could be. I don't think I'm going to take anyone here. You could. I don't want either one of the goalies here at all. I'm interested in that Buffalo top line. Not as far as picking them, but as far as wanting to see them grow together. I like Jack Eichel. I think he's going to be good in the league. But other than that, I really don't want nothing from here at all. So I guess we'll move on. Go ahead.
Potential GPP.
What's that?
Potential GPP.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I'm just not interested though. Winnipeg, Dallas. We got Dallas is a -120 favorite at home. Over under of 6. We got Hellebuck against Bishop. A good goalie matchup. You like anything here?
Winnipeg. You know what? I'm cold on the Dallas Stars in this game. I think actually Pecorino is going to be pretty lights out in this one. I think you're going to get the Dallas Stars that have trouble offensively tomorrow. And I look for actually Predators to win this one in pretty easy fashion. Just a prediction, a 4-2 kind of game. I'm liking the Predators offensively. Maybe a pairing of Fiala. I'm loving Fiala. I think he's going to be a big DFS play this year. And Johansson as well in play.
Okay, you jumped ahead of the game. Okay, you're on the Nashville game.
I went to the Nashville game. My fault there.
Okay, you want to talk about the Winnipeg Dallas game then?
Well, I was right on the Dallas game, but Winnipeg it's the same story there. Winnipeg is my play offensively here. I like Scheifele in this one actually, and I like Kyle Connor. I really like Kyle Connor in this one as well. But Dallas, I am staying away from 100% for tomorrow.
You're staying away from Dallas?
Staying away from Dallas tomorrow.
Yeah, fair enough. I like this game. I think either goalie could easily be a GPP play. I do think the game is going to go over. But in case it doesn't, you know what I mean? Either one of them goalies could be in play as far as a large field GPP goes. but I do think there's going to be offense here. I think you could stack them up either way. Dallas is riding off a big win. Winnipeg's coming in off a big win. Bishop's coming in off a shutout. Old Bucks coming in off a out. Giving up one late goal. I like this game. So I'm on it for offense, definitely. You want to move on? Next game?
Yeah, we're ready for this one. I can say it twice.
Okay. Nashville Predators going in to visit the New York Islanders. Oh, man, you got me all screwed up. Nashville's a minus 150 on the road. We got a 6 over under here. It's Pekka Rinne going up against what I have, Robin Lehner. You get the same thing?
I didn't see if that. That's interesting. I thought Grice played a good game. I thought they'd go back to him, but I didn't get to check the goalies. But it could be. I didn't see that one.
Well, just in case either way, I don't think it makes much of a difference. Whether it's
yeah, I don't either.
I think Grace played above his head. But go ahead. What do you got here?
I got Nashville. And you heard me big on the Islanders the other day. The Islanders stack is not in play against this Nashville defense. One of the most potent, maybe call it 2-3 defense in the league. Interesting, though. An interesting stat, though, was I guess he only had an 87% save percentage, but Robin Lehner picked up 3 wins in the preseason as a goalie. But I think Nashville's going to get on him often. It wouldn't surprise me if they pulled Lehner if he's starting. I look for 5 goals by Nashville tomorrow, and they're going to be a heavy play.
Well, I'll be honest. Nashville out the first time. I was all over them against the Rangers, I believe it was. And they kind of, well, let's say they let me down big time. So I'm with you. I'm on an offensive, explosive game coming out of Nashville here. I think they're going to jump all over the Islanders. I think they're going to jump on them early and often. I look for Nashville to be 5 goals. I could easily see them putting up 5 goals. I'm with you, too. I like Yossi. I like PK Subban in this one. Stack them up all the way around. Top, you know what I mean? 1 through 3 lines, it's fine with me. I'm on this one for offense, too. You got anything else?
Yeah, not on that one.
All right, we'll move on. Next game, we got the Montreal Canadiens coming into Pittsburgh. Take on the Penguins. We got Pittsburgh home favorites, minus 255. We got an over-under of 6. This is going to go over. We got Carey Price coming in to face Matt Murray. What do you got here?
For the Penguins this year, I think even in game 1, I think that's going to be a story line you're going to see all year where pick your poison in DFS lineups. Crosby there, Malkin there. Now you got Brassard third line. You've seen him, I think, an 8-point night last night. Great night for him as well, carrying that third line. Sheahan on the wing there. My God, the offensive power, the depth the Penguins have this year easily can get back to the cup if the cards fall right. Offensively, I guess I'm just biased in the price range. If I'm looking at DFS, I'm doing a Malkin Kessel combo, or I'm going to pack the punch with a Crosby Gensel punch. I wouldn't be opposed to running a Gensel Hornquist punch if you really wanted to maybe save a little bit of salary to dust elsewhere, as Crosby is a high dollar player.
Yep, I'm with you all the way around. I think pulling a combo off of Pittsburgh, whichever way you want to go, whether it would be Crosby Gensel or Malkin Kessel, you could try to squeeze Letang in there, but whatever. I think just pulling a pair of them off of there is the better way to go. I don't want nothing from Montreal at all. And I mean, maybe you could play Matt Murray. I mean, you keep him in consideration anyway. I got a little bit of interest in him. It's not like Montreal is an explosive powerhouse or anything like that. So Murray's in play. Anything else?
Yeah, like you said, if I'm looking, it might be that Kotkaniemi and Lakeinen for Montreal. Murray does tend to always seem to avoid that shutout. If there's anyone in play that way, I wouldn't risk it. But I like your point about saying pairs. With the Penguins, it's almost like that instead of a 3-person stack on the Penguins, it's almost like you're doing that 2-person stack. And normally that's because of the high cost there.
Oh, it's like I told you earlier when I think it was earlier today. You had 12 skaters score a point, you know what I mean, in that first game. So they're spreading it around. It's not like you got, 1 or 2, 3 guys maybe packing all the offense. It's not like that with the Pens. They're spreading it around. They can score. All 3 lines can score on pretty much anybody against any line in the league. So they're going to be tough. You're going to have to pick your – I think it is too. I think you pick a pair, you know what I mean, and just ride with it. So, I mean, if you're going to go in a big, whatever it might be, 25, 30,000 entry GPP, real large fill GPP, don't even be afraid to pull a pair off the third line, right? I mean, you could go as far down as that and still end up, like you said, you got Broussard center in the third line. I mean, he's in play. He's on a contract year. He's playing to get paid by somebody next year for certain. If you don't have anything else, man, we can move on. I like this next game coming up too. We got Florida into Tampa here. Pretty close to even, don't you think? And I can easily over under 6.
Yeah, I mean, well, regular season wise, we don't got anything to go off of. First game for both teams. I like Tampa in this one. I think Vasilevsky could be in play. He's definitely not my first choice of play, but I like that first line. I think Tampa Bay, they always come out playing with a hard passion. They just paid a lot of guys. I think you were telling me the other day with Yzerman had a pretty great off season. A couple acquisitions, a couple contract deals. I think Tampa Bay is going to be a front runner in the Eastern Conference this year. I think they come out with this one. I think you see 1 or 2 goals out of those top 2 lines with Florida in this one as well. But I think that it's a 2-goal win by Tampa in this one, from that perspective.
Yeah. Could be. I mean, I guess you could see a 4-2. Maybe a 5-2 game here. I'm on Tampa's side too. Florida's close. They're real close. I think a little bit of meshing. I think by the end of the year they're going to be right there in the hunt. I do think Florida's going to make the playoffs, but Tampa's a much stronger team. Tampa's easily one of the top 3 teams in the East without a doubt. So, yeah, I like Tampa. I definitely like Tampa's, top 2 lines for certain. As far as Florida goes, I guess with you too. I mean, the top 2 lines, you could get a goal or 2 out of them, maybe 3, but I think that would be it. I'm on the Tampa Bay side here. It's going to be a good game to watch. I don't know how much I'm going to play it though. Anything else?
Nope. Let's move on to the next one.
Good. I think we found my goalie. We got Ottawa going into Toronto. Toronto's a -255. over under 06 here. We got Craig Anderson for Ottawa going up against Frederick Anderson. What do you like?
Well, that's just not beat around the bush on this one. And no one from Ottawa. I don't like anyone from Ottawa in this one. You almost did see maybe Toronto was everywhere around that net in game one against Montreal. Really, there was a chance to really see a 5-2 game there. I think it ended up in overtime. I think Mitchell Marner has a bounce back game. Maybe it's just because I got burnt by him in game one. The old snowflake right by his name on game one for me. It was not the greatest night by him, but Toronto did show that possession against Montreal in game one. I think Toronto runs away with this one, to be honest.
I agree with you. I like a 5-1 game here on the side of Toronto. I'm done with Ottawa. I'm not going to talk about them. Their year is out. You know what I mean? You can play them against maybe Detroit, Chicago, something like that. But other than that, nothing from them. I like Frederick Anderson from Toronto a lot here. My only issue with Frederick Anderson is, it's a real safe play for the win. I don't think you're going to get the shots, though. I just don't think they'll be there for him. But I'm with you, man. Toronto. You have to believe they're a powerhouse. That top power play unit is insane. I think they're going to get some power play chances too. I mean, we could see them, with 5 or 6 power play opportunities in this game. I'm all over Toronto, all over them. I can't say nothing else about it. That's it. You got anything else?
Nothing on that one.
I do like Frederick Anderson a lot there, like I said, but just know I don't think shots aren't going to be there. Next game, Chicago going in to see the St. Louis Blues, the pissed off St. Louis Blues. Got an over-under 6. St. Louis is a minus 145 at home. Cam Ward facing up against Jake Allen is what I got. I can't believe that. I can't believe they're going to continue to play him. What do you got in this game?
Well, you definitely said it there. My God, the Twitter feed's going off of that St. Louis updates-wise. They're definitely an angry team. I think you're going to see the reason why St. Louis is the spot they are with that 145 favorite. Their offense is going to show up. Tarasenko is there. I think he has a multi-point game, actually. I like their addition of Ryan O'Reilly. Maybe this will be the first game that he really shows why he was, acquired. He's definitely got that defensive power. And you know what? This is probably where I'm going to play my defensive goalie defense stack here. I like Jake Allen in this one, going against a Chicago team that's inconsistent, to say the least. And I'm going to probably pair him up again with Colton Parayko on this one, actually.
I want no one from Chicago, point blank period. No one at all. No interest in Cam Ward. St. Louis side of it, I have absolutely no interest in Jake Allen. None whatsoever. I agree with you on everything else. You know what I mean? The front office has definitely made moves this offseason to win. They just not, they did not at all. They didn't address the goalie situation. It's the only thing they didn't do. But as far as that goes, I like the power play top line with Maroon, O'Reilly, Tarasenko. All three of them guys. You can even drop down to the power play number 2 line. I like Perron, Pietrangelo. Both them guys are in play too. But as far as the goalies go, I'm totally off them. Anything else?
Yeah, you bring up just one to highlight your highlight there. He is. I think he's going to be a special player this year that you bring him up.
Yeah, I like him. And like I said, the front office definitely made moves to compete. I just don't think they're going to be able to do it on the back of Jake Allen. That's all. Anything else?
Nope.
Next game, Las Vegas Golden Knights going into Minnesota. We got a 5.5 over under here. Minnesota's only a -125 home favorite. We got Marc-Andre Fleury going up against Devin Dubnyk. Andre Fleury, I'm sure, is looking to have a bounce back game. I think the Vegas Golden Knights, all the way around, are going to need a bounce back game after their performance the other night against Philly. What do you got in this one?
Oh, excuse me. Yep. From a hey, if you're just playing the lines, I like Vegas even in that line. I honestly can't believe they're not favored there, even coming off the backs of that horrible game. But hey, Vegas has been known to be wrong. Maybe they just want to give some people money. I like that line yesterday.
Yeah, you're talking about the
what is that Winnipeg game, right?
Yeah, the other night, Winnipeg St. Louis game.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you.
But Minnesota is such a frustrating team. I know last year you either got a lot of points out of Eric Staal and Parise, but then it'd be the other way around, where they got one goal and it come from some third liner. I like Vegas in this one for sure. I think they are going to see a bounce back game. I think this is one of those games where Fleury does come back angry and composed and pitches a shutout. You've seen it in the past. And I think that Minnesota will get one goal on, but I like the first line of Vegas to come out in explosive fashion like we saw last year, though, in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you. I want to be a believer in Minnesota, but I can't. And I don't know how much longer they're going to try to hold on to this group because it just seems like I can't see them moving up, man. The entire West has gotten better, and they've stayed the same. I'm not playing Devin Dubnyk. He's burnt me plenty enough times that I've learned my lesson. I'm not playing him. As far as Vegas goes, I'm with you. Marc-Andre Fleury is going to bounce back in a big way. He could give up one or two, but if he sees 35 shots, I'm okay with that. I do like their top line too, but I'm on their second line. I really like that Pacioretty, Stastny, Holla line. I think they need to get just a little more ice time yet, but I think that's going to be one explosive second line. So I'm on them. I do like Derek England. I believe he scored the other night.
I think he did.
Maybe had an assist. I think he scored though, didn't he?
I think he did, yeah. Which tells you why it was an ugly game for Vegas.
Exactly. But I like him. Shea Theodore. I like this on this, in this one. I think Vegas got it wrong. I don't like that line. Yeah, Vegas. Well, there you go. No pun intended, but Vegas did get it wrong. Vegas should be favored in this one. Anything else?
Nothing on that one.
I do like Fleury. You know what I mean? I think people will stay off and Fleury's in play. Next game, we got Philadelphia going in to see Colorado. We got an over-under of 6. We got Colorado's a -120 home favorite. They're showing Philly respect anyway. Brian Elliott in the net for Philly, and we got Varlamov in the net for Colorado. What are you liking this one?
Goals, 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 I think is what you're going to see the highlight of this one. I don't think it's going to be a Capitals Penguins shootout like last night, but I think you're going to see goals in this one. I'm going to take the over. I'm going to say probably a 5-4, maybe 4-3 game, but I think I like the over in this one. And this is a great value game. I'm looking at the salaries there for DraftKings, and I think like 9 out of the first 10 players on the price low to high are goalies. So you get a lot of value plays in this line here. McKinnon's your highest one at 7,400. And then you go down to the next forward, and it's Claude Giroux at 6,300. You're getting value plays in this game. I wouldn't be against doing a game stack on this one. The only caution I give is, do you think Wayne Simmons has another multi-point night like last night? He'd be one that I caution, but man, does Gostisbehere, I love him as a defenseman, along with that Provorov as another defenseman for Philly. I'm probably staying away from Colorado's defense, but I love what Philly's done the offseason. They certainly have improved their team, but I think Colorado comes out with a 1-goal win, but it's going to be a great game here. This is another one you can tune into.
Yeah, I agree. They're gonna score some goals. Honestly, I think personally, if I'm going to target this game, I'm going to target the power play lines from Philly. I'm with you. I like Provorov a lot. And I know I listened to an interview with someone from their front office. The management likes Provorov a lot too. Simmons, I don't know if he's going to have a game like he did, but man, what a game he had, huh? That whole power play top line, they're running with Giroux, Coutier, and Voracek. Simmons and what is it, Gostisbehere? Gostisbehere, yeah, man, they're all on play. I like both their power play units. I think people are going to chase Simmons, so I'll stay away from him. It'll be a complete fade too. I won't play him anywhere. As far as Colorado goes, I mean, I like Landeskog a lot. I always have liked Landeskog, though. Nate McKinnon, definitely in play. I'm looking at Colorado, man, and I'm thinking with Colorado, I kind of like the same approach with them as I do with Pittsburgh. I like to pair them up as opposed to stacking full lines or anything like that. And I definitely like their second line defense with Zadorov and Tyson Barrie. I think both them guys are in play too. And as far as goalies go in this game, I don't want any of them at all. Anything else?
You highlighted that one. That's the only play you don't take in this game. I think there's potential in forwards and D, but stay away from goalies.
Oh, I agree totally. There's potential here for both goalies to get pulled, to be honest with you. You ready for next game?
I am.
We got Anaheim going into Arizona. We have a 5.5 over/under, and we got Anaheim as a road favorite, -120. Pretty much a pick 'em. We got John Gibson going in to face Antti Raanta. I guess Gibson's in play, ain't he?
Yeah, going to this, 2 games on the slate are at a 5.5. I think Vegas just honestly throws numbers in the wind when it comes to that over and under. So far, it seemed 5.5 or 6. This is a game where I would take the under, honestly. I think that's going to be a pretty boring game. You've seen it with Anaheim, 15 shots game 1, and they get 5 goals. That's not going to happen. We went over Martin Jones, if you watched our prior videos, our disdain for him. You know, which one are you going to get? I'll tell you what you're going to get from Raanta. You're going to get a quality start. If there's anyone in play, and the only play I'm taking on this game, I know you mentioned Gibson, but the play I want is Ekman-Larsson with an Antti Raanta goalie option. That's the only plays I'm taking in this one.
So we like that pair defense goalie, huh?
I do like that pairing.
I like Ekman-Larsson. I tell you what, to be honest, over the summer, I thought that might have been a little much with that contract he got, but so far, he seems to be living up to it. So we'll see if he keeps it going here. But I do think Gibson is in play. But I'm with you on this, man. I don't see a high scoring game here either. I could easily see a 2-1 or a 3-2 game here. Either way, I do think they're going to have shots, but no quality shots. And I don't, and I really don't want nothing from here at all. You want to move on?
Yeah, and like you said, it might be a cash game play. With that being said, it's hard to think that Rant is going to get much more with 15 shots, maybe 22 or something. But you're going to see other games where a goalie faces 38 shots. So, if you're in a GPP game, stay away.
Yeah, definitely on this site, you absolutely are going to see. Well, yeah, we're going to be north of 35 shots in some of these games, definitely. With some of these offenses, I mean, just think about it. Right off the top of my head, Toronto, Pittsburgh, Nashville, all, you know what I mean? They're gonna go over 35 shots.
And let's not undervalue what Montreal did. Even though they lost that game in overtime, they had 35 shots on Frederick Anderson game 1, I think it was.
Well, history shows us, if I'm not mistaken, I'd have to go back and check it out, but I think Montreal seems to always play good in their opening game. I'm not certain about that, but I'm almost certain that they do seem to have really good games to open the season with. I'd have to go back and look at
that Canada rivalry. I mean, Montreal and Toronto are but just bad blood in Canada.
Right, absolutely. And when you have the offseason acquisition of Tavares, I mean, it just played out to be a competitive game. Next game is a repeat, which is a game that shocked me opening night. I was on the wrong side of it. Vancouver going into Calgary. We have an over-under 6. Calgary's a minus 205 favorite. We got Jakob Markstrom going in to face Mike Smith. You like anything here, bud?
I'm staying away from goalies in this one. I think this almost. When I see this, I want to say, is it going to be a Flyers Avalanche type game? Is there going to be goals? And I keep coming back with yes. I don't think Calgary is going to stop that first line of Vancouver again twice. They did hold it to 0. Pedersen got to him, but I think that Bo Horvat, Brock Besser, I think they're going to be able to look at some film, figure out some stuff, and they're going to be in play here. Flames, I like it. I like the Tkachuk, Matt Tkachuk there. He's starting to really prove himself. Must be something in the name too, right? Keith was a great player. But I'm staying away from goalies in this one. But it's a potential game stack line on a GPP if you want to throw a quarter in or something, take a chance of that prize.
Well, I don't want either goalie, but yeah, I like Vancouver's top line. I like Virtanen too a lot. I do like Pedersen from Vancouver. Your top line is definitely in play. I don't want no part of their defense. I mean, you could take a shot on Goodbranson in a large field GPP. But, I mean, that'd be pretty much it. I do like their top line. Like I said, in Virtanen is definitely in play for certain. I do, however, call me a glutton for punishment. Say whatever you want, but I'm going right back to him. I know I was on him opening night with going into Vancouver. I'm still reading this game the same exact way, man. I gotta like Calgary side here, man. I like the top line of Gaudreau, Monahan, and Lindholm. I absolutely love Tkachuk. I like Backlund. Zarnik is definitely in play. James Neal has to be in play. I like Calgary here, man. I really do. Michael Stone, their top defensive line, Giordano and Brody, both. I'm on Calgary again, man. I got to. Maybe I can wait and play it in a, maybe a small turbo slate or a late slate, something to that effect. But I think everybody's going to be afraid to run them back out there after their, first loss to Vancouver. But if they're going to draw like what 5% ownership or something like that in a big GPP, I'm taking a shot on them. Definitely. That's the last game of the slate, man. Wow. Let's do that relatively quick. Wasn't too painful.
Now, you brought up a good point. Calgary, I mean, with that Dougie Hamilton trade, I think they brought in, 3 straight starter guys to their lineup with Lindholm, Hannafin. So I think that was a little, that chemistry wasn't all there in game 1.
Yeah, I mean, the power play chances were there. They went 0 for 7 on the power play, man.
You won't win games.
No, and I can't see them doing it again. So I got to take a shot. I'm invested in them.
Well, I do like that Markstrom, as a potential in other nights. I like him as a goalie. I think what you've always sold me on him is the goalie himself is a good play on a good bit of nights. But
I think they're going to come back out firing, man. You know what I mean? The Flames. I was intrigued with them all summer, watching what they were doing, and I want to see them succeed. I can't quite figure it out, because like I said, I said on the videos in the past, I'm a Pens fan, but there's just something in me, man. I want to see Calgary succeed. I really do. And it's pretty rare for me to do something like that. Normally, I like players normally as opposed to other teams, but I want to see them succeed, and they're about the only other team in the league other than the Pens that I want to see succeed. So, you want to move on to the game?
Let's move on to the game, and like you said, the NHL just has so many teams where, even if your favorite team don't win, they just got guys that there's no disrespect or hate for guys on teams. Vancouver is one where I don't mind any of those players. They're great players, personality-wise.
Sure. I mean, unless you're Patrick Laine, right? You should like Vancouver.
He doesn't got to play Fortnite.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. What do you got for your diamond stack, man?
Well, I am liking the second line of Tampa Bay opening night for them. I'm liking Palat, I'm liking Braden Point, and I'm liking Yanni Gordon. I'm actually loving Yanni Gordon this one. I think he probably has a 2-point night. Braden Point probably gets a goal on an assist from Yanni Gordon. Palat, he's going to get you 1 assist. I think he's going to be on the lower side of the point getters, but I think in combo, you're getting a 12-point night out of those guys plus.
Yeah, I like it. That's a pretty good call, actually. I'm going to go with the Vegas line 2 from Vegas. I just think they're going to turn it on. Like I said, I think their whole team, they have such high expectations for themselves. There's no way that locker room can be happy with their performance against Philadelphia the other night at home. The fans showed up rocking the place, you know what I mean? And it was just a big letdown. They jumped on them with that first goal by Marchessault, but that was it, And Fleury played horrible. I look for him to come out and score some goals, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll take line 2 from Vegas. It's Pacioretty, Stastny, and Holla.
Boy, that Eric Holla, he's a fun guy to watch. Not many points yet in his career, but he's fun.
Yeah, I like him. He's going to be all right. I like that line, and I really do. I think that line is going to, make or break their year in Vegas. What do you got for your snowflake stack?
Yep. We will have some angry Texas viewers mad at me for this one, but I got Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin, Alexander Radulov, first line for Dallas Stars. A lot of, I think they do play each other a good bit of times, but I think Connor Hellebuck's a great goalie for Winnipeg. I think he shuts the door on him, to be honest, tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a pretty good call. Man, I want to go. Let me see here. I'm gonna go back to that same game, man. I'm gonna take the Minnesota top line as my snowflake stack. Like I said, I really think that Vegas is gonna stomp them. I really do. I think they're gonna pound on them pretty good early and often, and I just want to make sure I'm right with that. Yeah, Zuckerstall and Granlund. Definitely. That's going to be my snowflake stack.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good then. And you did bring it up earlier. That's the part of the problem with Minnesota. You got an aged Zach Parise and aged Eric Stahl running their top offense. You got an aged Mika Koivu. And, you look at Vancouver, they got younger guys like that you can see almost ready to take that next step to make themselves known for quite a long time. You look at Minnesota, where's the depth?
There is none. I mean, Ryan Sutter, however you pronounce it.
Yeah, defensively, they got some guys.
Right. But those guys play big minutes, man. You know what I mean? We've said in previous videos, Suter last year was like towards the top, if not the top, in total on ice time. You know what I mean? So, it's not like them guys are, playing with 100% fresh legs all the time. They're out there a long time on the ice, and normally, out there defending against top lines. Top two lines anyway. So, yeah, I don't think they got it. I think they need to start. I don't think they need to rebuild, but they really do need to start retooling that team. Boulder Award, who do you like here?
Well, I'd like to preface this one by saying, if you watched yesterday's video, my Boulder prediction was right. So now I got 9 more times I can be wrong because we're aiming at 10%. But we don't see eye to eye on this one, which makes doing these videos fun. But I got Jake Allen going against that Chicago Blackhawks team. I just think that Colton Parayko and what is it, Jaden Sports, their other side there, I think their defense is going to shut them down.
Yeah, we are definitely 180 degrees apart on Jake Allen.
This is before the video.
I am not at all a Jake Allen fan in any way. I definitely wouldn't put money on him, and I wouldn't even pick him in a free play like we're doing right now in this game. No way. So,
I didn't take your pick.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you didn't take my pick. I think this is the first time all week that nobody's taken any of my picks. I tell you what, man. I think I'm going to take Pekka Rinne, man. I think I took him the other night too, but like you said earlier, we were breaking down this game. The Islanders, I mean, they put up 2 goals the other night. Yeah, I don't think they are any kind of a match for Nashville's defense. Yossi and PK Subban, and I think they're going to shut them down. So I'm going to go with Pekka Rinne. I think he sees the writing on the wall this year. He's going to play his ass off, man. Like I said before, you saw us coming behind him. Nashville's has no issues as far as that goes with goalies for years to come. I'm going to take Pekka. Well, what do you think overall on the slate, man? I think there's a lot of plays. What do you think?
Yeah, a lot of plays. I find it hard to, like I said, going through the slate we mentioned. I think the Flyers Avalanche are going to be two, and the Canucks Flames are going to be the two highest scoring games. But other than that, I see, either one-sided victories or some close, low-scoring games. So it's actually a pretty interesting slate when you think about it. But it is full of good plays.
I agree. It is quite interesting. We talked earlier. I wish they would have added that other game onto the slate. Because I think Edmonton, New Jersey is going to put up some goals too, man. They're both pretty fast-paced teams. I like Taylor Hall in that one, and I love McDavid in that one. I wish we could have had them on the slate. But overall, I'm with you. No need to worry about ownership here, I don't think, at all. Even on the goalies, I don't think they're going to go to certain spots. Cash game play for me would probably be Frederick Anderson. Looking at it, you could easily take him. Murray could be a cash game play too. And you could probably play, like you said, Antti Ranta or John Gibson, because neither one of them guys are going to face a lot of shots, and they're not going to give up a lot of goals. I think that's going to be a low scoring game. Tons of plays, though. I think there's a lot of offense. I like a lot of games here. I like the Winnipeg Dallas game for offense. I like Nashville for offense. I like Pittsburgh for offense. Tampa Bay, Florida. I think maybe we're not, you and I, quite agreements there. I think they could. I think they could turn out to be a shootout or go completely opposite and be a 2-1 game, 1-0 game. So that would be GPP stack for me, I think. I like Toronto for offense, obviously. Everybody else is going to love Toronto for offense, too. St. Louis and Vegas for offense. So, that's pretty much it, I think. You can go.
A lot of entries, though. I expect a lot, like, for folks out there. 5 to 7 lineups, and you really shouldn't have, unless you're super confident on a play, your 2 lineups shouldn't be the same with as much picks are out there. I won't ever go against if you got that gut feeling you think the line's going to be a surefire win. Play that same line 3-1. Why not get 3 wins, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think, though, as I take a look at the slate here, honestly, I think the route I'm going to go is pairs. I'm going to pair it up all the way around. I don't think really full stacking everything up. I would love to full stack Pittsburgh, but after that first game and their offense being spread out so much, I don't think I want to go with a full stack.
Carey Price is that risky goalie, though, right? Which Carey Price are you going to get?
Yeah, I mean, large field GPP, but I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I just think Pittsburgh's offense is potent. I think they got a top 3 offense in the league.
Oh, yeah, that extra rest is certainly shown for this team.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty much all I got. I mean, obviously I'll break down some more in the morning and take a look at stuff again, but I think I'm pretty certain on where I'm going as I sit here and look at it. So,
yeah, it'll be nice to get numbers involved. So far these have been, just what you watch. Really, it's hard to get the numbers to validate your plays. So,
right, we're really what we're doing here is treading water basically until we can get a good 5 to 10 games worth of numbers under us. You know what I mean? Then we can really dive into it real good. But you guys can hold it to me. I like Calgary again, man. I mean, you guys can call me an asshole or a moron, whatever you want. Let a comment down below. Let us know what you're looking for. Give us some picks of your own. I mean, let us a diamond stack or give us a snowflake stack in the comments below. Not quite as easy as what you think to sit here and just spit out a line that's going to fail completely. It's pretty tough. And you'll notice with the Boulder Award, that's pretty tough too, because you know, a lot of times 82 games, goalies only post 6, 7 shutouts at the most in an average year. So it's not like they coming by every night.
Do we have a voter order tomorrow, though? Like, what aside from our picks being right, do you think there's a shutout in play?
Yeah, maybe.
I think there is a shutout in play. I don't know where it is, but I think there's going to be a shutout tomorrow.
Yeah, the only other bold prediction I have is I think Buffalo is going to put up some goals. I think Buffalo is going to score 4 goals tomorrow.
That's that interstate rivalry.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good, though. I mean, I like Buffalo. They're young. It felt bad for them guys the other night on the ice getting booed like that. You know, they're young. I mean, they got
young and
a lot of growing.
Coaching changes galore.
Sure. So, well, that being said, man, I think we got it right under an hour, right? Yeah,
good time for sure.
All right, man. I guess you're not going to be with me tomorrow. It's only going to be a three game slate, I think, for Sunday.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
All right. If you are, if great. If not, you can't be here. That's fine too. We're still going to put up a video, so it'll either be Jared and I both on here, or I'll just go ahead and post the video there myself. Maybe I'll shoot Justin from Yinzer on Hockey an email if he's got time. Maybe he can jump in here and do a video with me. See what he has to say so far around the league with everything that's going on. Just give us a quick breakdown of what he's seen so far in the games that we got to play, got to be able to see. So, all right. With that being said, guys, like we said, let a comment, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel. We'll take all kinds of comments too, man. They don't have to be good. And we'll probably have to assume that most of them will be bad. But either way, we love to hear from you. Anything else, Jared?
That's all. You guys have a good night, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. See you guys.